Hello, Libra, and welcome to your reading with me, Melissa Joy, as we step in here and explore what to expect when we're expecting the unexpected. That is the reading that kicked off this week's Zodiac, and it's talking about all this golden stuff. Can you see that sitting here? And this is a bit of what's going on underneath or alongside it, giving us some, it's like, fleshing it out for us, okay? Now, in the meditation time beforehand, you were talking to me about seesaw, and I'm like, you mean like seesaw Marjorie doll? Jack must have a new master. He can't earn but a penny a day because he can't go any faster. And the thing is you're talking about balance, 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 Libra. It's not about hurrying it up, because I can tell you this one factoid is more of like a spiritual understanding that I've recognized through a couple of decades now. And it's, if you want to go faster, slow down. That's the balance here, because often if we begin to get in a hurry, that's when we spill the milk. That's when we get locked up. That's when we get out of our rhythm. And it's being able to, when you feel that urgency come on, to begin to intonate, bring your energy centered, and start to breathe is what I see you showing me right now. Okay. I don't have my color cards. So we're going to, for the color cards, we're going to use these guys because you're talking about some energy work. Okay, Libra. I see ametrine sticking. So it's about cosmic connection, these things coming together, about spirituality and earthiness, about wealth and abundance, as well as riches and earthly inheritance going on. Some of you may want to look at your 8th house and see what zodiac sign that is, and go check out the reading from this week, because this is having to do with true financial gain coming in. And what you were telling me in my pre-shuffle, you had me looking through the tea leaves, and it broke it open to have me remind you that all the work and investing and difficulty and development that you've been doing since July, whatever area and region that was in, that has seemed to have overtaken you and put you in this kind of like I see like an elbow pressing down on you and like having you by the neck. You're really stepping into it, and the development's going to come forward. It's, even though it is winter time here, if you're in our half of the world, the fruit's going to be coming forward. And the first signs seem to be up under here already. So I'm going to put this in over here with the Magician and the Mirror. Hold that for us, Magician. Thank you. And let's see. All right. The whole time I was shuffling, I kept seeing the little tic-tac cards here. And it does talk about dreams really do come true. You might want to know about the dreams. You could check out the Virgo reading. They were very much into that, because again, the zodiac is kind of like a clock, and not the way we think of it, because it has more to do with space and time working together. So it's dimensional as opposed to just limited. All right. I see that. Chop, chop, hurry, hurry, chop, chop, hurry, hurry. What are you trying to get to, Libra? You're like to the bottom of this. Well, you know what's unique? As I've worked with the tarot, it's taught me a lot about how you do not have to go through the whole journey. Your journey does not have to look like anyone else's. You don't have to do the A to the Z in order to prove yourself, because it's in that mindset of believing that you have to prove, that you will have to continue to prove and prove and prove and prove and prove. And there's no improving upon you. You're not here to do better or to get grades or things like that, or approval or whatever else. You're here to have respect. You're here to connect, you're here to thrive, and you're here to trust yourself. And that brings in this sweet delight. Look at that. See, these are equal in your eyes. Like my top lip and my bottom lip, I'm glad they don't look just the same, okay? They each have their own expression and coming together. So where the hands are more mirrors, the feet are more mirrors, you're talking about the things in our life that don't exactly seem to measure up, but they're sheer perfection. Quirkiness. I actually like that. So if things are quirky and that suits you, dive on in. Now that's stemming right next to the all that glitters. And I like that because that face is looking down in this card. Can you see it right there? So this person is wanting to talk. So let's take a look into this deck right here. What do you have for Libra about this? These things coming together, these matters of the heart. Manipura, talking about the belly, the breath, the trusting of yourself, your joyousness, your creativity and curiosity, your freedom of expression. And maybe things were sour for quite a while or difficult for quite a while, and you're wondering what is going to come out of you. Pure action. So this card, if you look closely, it's showing both. All right, so it's temperance. We have a bit of Sagittarian energy coming in here. So you may want to check out Sagittarius when the reading is posted. Now, the unique thing about that, where we think it's just patience, it really has more to do with process. And as you see here, there's this moving forward and moving ahead. So there's a time to go, and then there's a time to go slow. So it's that resting, it's getting in that rhythm. Just like musicians can tell you, rests in the music are incredibly valuable. They're the punctuation marks that help us process the bite of information we just took in. Think about it. Anything that you read, the punctuation from the commas, the hyphens, the ellipses, whatever, the parentheses, they're all ways to help us think in bits and digestion to understand the concept and the construct of what's coming through. So there's a bit of them encouraging you to slow down now, because all that uprising activity and all that physical investing and all the stress and strain, friend, they're ready for you to begin to ease and to relax, to maybe put your cozy jammies on, all right? A little bit of that vibing energy. And I can see that because you're like, get me some of the nectar of the night. That would be called sleep. That would be called rest. That would be called some shut-eye, friend, not continuing to like gorge the mind or gorge the body. When we do that, like say you eat a lot close to bedtime, your body spends the whole night digesting, so the rest isn't proper. It's not fitting, because the work that your body needs to do at night is taking everything that has been eaten and digested during the day and assimilate those little factors, those vitamins, those minerals, those proteins, and whatever else to rebuild us for the coming day. Because when the sun sets and we enter into twilight, we have begun the new day. So the first thing we do is we begin to process what has already happened. And we do it physically, not just all mentally. Now, our mind will do it as well in the dreams when we go to sleep. When you go to sleep on a mostly empty stomach, you sleep quite well. Now, this is not my advice to you. I'm just telling you my own personal experience, and maybe it's something that'll work for you, resonate with you. I don't know. But you'll know within yourself, because you are wise, my friend. But anyways, your body resting and processing and things like that, it begins to build you and strengthen you and shore you up for the coming day. It's like having money in your bank account versus having to operate on credit. I'm good for it. I'm good for it. I'm good for it. I'll take care of it later, as opposed to, here you go. I'd like that right now. Here you go. Thank you very much. How nice is that? And I mean not using the credit card, but you get what I'm saying. The money, the goods are already in the bank. So doing yourself that favor really seems to serve you well, Libra, and it keeps you in balance. It keeps you from stretching out, not into your unknown, but into the unknown, getting into this vague, like stodgy gray matter, where it's things that just get you like fogged in and smogged in, that type of energy, versus the land of possibility. So let's see what you brought out here. Well, on top of everything is the world. You're like, they got the crown, they got the whole, my corona. See, we're bringing it in, and it's bringing in the light of day, and that brings in a joyous spirit. Can you imagine waking before your alarm goes off? That's difficult. We wake up to an alarm. How abrupt and how shocking, right? And for many people, they just keep hitting it to the snooze, to the snooze. And the more we do that, it's almost like burying that important piece of paper further and further in the stack, in the pile, to where you start going searching for that energy that is yours for the taking. And for the having is actually what they're saying. So getting prepared by understanding the adjustment of the day, that it doesn't begin with the sun, it begins with the setting of the sun, the setting of your oncoming day, your oncoming day, your incoming day, any of those, the daylight coming, that creates this magic. This pollen is what begins to turn into the honey. It has its own process as you go through that process. Remember, Sagittarius, more than patience, It's actually a process, because it's not about waiting and wanting. It's about things, the magic is already happening. The alchemy is already there, letting nature take its course. And you're like, of course, of course, of course. A horse, of course. The famous Mr. Ed. See? All right. So I love it. Oh, yes. Look at that. Look at the glitterazzi going on here. That's beautiful for you. Okay. Hopefully these are things that are enticing you, wooing you into who you are. Woo the who. Draw you into the truth of who you are, so that you begin to feel confirmed and self-assured that you're not always just moving about by whichever energy is around you in people, places, situations, and things, okay? So you're wanting to move over here. We're going to look. You're taking as like a rock block, you're seeing. So we have the 8 and the 52 moving into the 60. All right. The cosmic connection with other. And other can also just be the space around you, otherness, all right? Negative space in artist renderings is everything outside of the subject, okay? So we have the King of Swords coming in, along with Judgment, Knight of Wands, come together, and mending. Talking about standing your ground. And it's that knowing who you are, being immune to the falling asleep, being immune to the humdrum, being immune to the mundaneness, meaning becoming disenchanted type of energy is what you're talking about here. It's okay to live the fairy tale. It's okay to stir that up. I mean, look at the bee up here, sprinkling all that fairy dust magic. And life is, nature is saying, we're doing the magic and the mundane. Let us take care of that. As you begin to be curious and to explore, remember the Manipura chakra showing up here, your breath work, some meditation work, getting outside some, also some personal time and reflection time, like some of your nighttime to be chill time by yourself, not just something always outside of you from TV, phone, technology, talking to others, but sitting quietly with yourself. Now, something could be going on in the background, but it's not pressing into the forefront of your mind. It's more like subtle back there, so that you can, they're talking about like this weaving and merging and melding together is your mending. You. They're talking about you're the star. Focus on you, Libra. All right. Now that brings in this magical map shifter and the world, which I like, because this world that we're overcoming is the one where it's just this thing just kind of always gnawing at us. Like, I need something to do. I need some fun. I need to shift my state. I need to this and that, whatever, and ever and ever. And the thing is, it's all in your hand. It's all in your mind. It's all in you. It is connected to you. You can shift your state anytime you want. You don't always need something outside of you, or a stimulant or a depressant or anything like that to help come along. You keep indicating breath work to be a powerful force for you. And you keep saying rendering. And when we render, we take something from one form and we bring out of it its essence. All right. That's just something for you to think about, okay, friend? And with that, we have the 10 of Wands. So it was like thinking that you're moving on up, but you're always moving upstream. So turning up that dial and that notch harder and hitting it harder. And some of you, they're talking about, yeah, another shot, please. Let me take another and another and another. Because once you've already crossed your line just a little bit, it's like, well, since I've already fudged it, I'm going to go all in. Whatever that is, okay? That could be your time. That could be your health. That could be your connection to yourself. But they're saying, just hold it right there. Hold it right there. You don't have to go downhill like a snowball. When you cross it just a little bit, be like, okay. All right, what do I do now? So maybe just that could be the revelation of this reading, is when you go a tick mark past where you know you should have and whatever it is, just stop for a second, gather yourself and engage with yourself and say, okay, I did this, I'm feeling this way about it, or, you know, I'm trying to just run right on past that, how I'm feeling, but I'm going to stop right now and ask myself, what do we do now? What do we do now? So instead of going all in when you know you've already crossed the line and you're going to make it just miles beyond where you ever want to be, and you have to come back in the recovery, and it includes some regret, whether you choose to make it mental regret or not, it's definitely visceral and in your body. So just stop when you begin to notice. It'll be just a simple little tap and go, okay, okay, I did do that. Help me bring it back. Help me bring it back to the center. Because you are the scale, right? You don't want to put a lot of investment in with little return, or to get a lot out of something and then not really connect with the people that you're around. Do you see what I mean? That's this always swaying and moving about in the wind. Now, let me tell you, that scale is gorgeous, symmetric, and beautiful, just like you, Libra. So if you're still here, maybe you like something, tap those buttons down below, like, share, and subscribe. They are free as always. Also, remember, we are the whole zodiac. You may want to check out the Leo or the Virgo reading. You could also hit that Sagittarius when it comes on out, okay? Leave your comments and compliments down below. I'd love to know who stopped by here and has seen these videos. Also, share with your friends, your people, your whatever else. Let them tune in and level up as well. All right, friend, I love you. Talk soon. Bye.